Hey guys, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. Welcome back to my channel and thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me. I am working on another idea for my idea book. This is, I got coordinating papers out of a pad, and I actually have a stack here of all different colored coordinating papers. So we'll see how fast we can put these together. I did do the initial cutting so that we could throw some together really quick and you could see what they were. I got this idea watching Pam over at the Paper Outpost. I'm sure tons of people have done it. It's a layered pocket. So I'm sure tons of people have done this or something very similar to it. I have done 4 different patterns of pink paper. So these are all pinks that go together out of the same tablet or pad or whatever. And my thought was we would mix and match. So, because obviously if we mix and match, you're going to be able to see them better. I also got out pink ink. I thought what I would do is test these and see which one looks better with the color we're using. That one's not bad. The other one I have, that's Victorian Velvet. The other one I have is brand new. It's worn lipstick. I've never used it. And I just want to see. It looks like it might be a little, yeah, this is like a real bright reddish pink. I don't know if that can be toned down. It can. Kind of like the two together. That's kind of nice. So we'll see. We'll do some mixing and matching. Okay, so we have those out and we're ready to go. So we need a back, a middle, a second, and a top. Okay, so it's going to be something like that. All right. And then let's mix it up a little bit so it's not always in the same order. And hopefully I won't end up with all the same pieces. So we'll put dots here. And we'll put this here. And we'll put this here. Okay. And then for second, I'll tell you what. Trying to pick things up with these nails drives me crazy. All right, and then that. Oh, here it is. I was gonna say, I don't know how I did that. So that's gonna get this one, and then this is gonna get these two. So that's how you would do it. We'll stack them and glue them, and you'll basically have 4 quick little pockets. Now, I did these to be side loading because they are 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4 wide. My initial thought was to fold 1/4 inch over to reinforce the edge, but I think this paper is thick enough that it doesn't need it. So mine are 1/4 inch. So this is 1 1/4 inch, 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 4 1/4. That was my cuts. Okay, so that's, and then I cut them to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches tall. So this would go in a regular journal as a side loading pocket, right? Now, obviously, if you want to turn it, you can make it a top loading pocket and just, what do you call it? Don't make it 7 inches wide. I mean, unless of course you're making a big journal, in which case by all means make it 7 inches wide. I haven't made anything that big yet. Although my Victorian album is kind of coming close. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily have to have ink on it. I say that because, I mean, it's different patterns. So, I mean, the ink is obviously optional. It's always optional, but The reason I would ink them normally would be to separate them because they're all the same. The other reason I ink them normally is because I just like ink. So there's that too. I thought these were a great addition to a journal. Now, again, I love making pockets. Loading pockets when I've got them in a journal is my problem. So when I make pockets like this that have like multiple layers, it ends up being hard for me in the end because I have to make cards and stuff to go in them, and yeah. Okay, so we would glue these together. So you're going to glue it like you would any other pocket, assuming that your glue is working for you. Because mine wants to be difficult. No. This little nozzle, of course, I mean this glue and this little nozzle, it doesn't take any time for it to sit without a pin in it before it just decides it's going to start to dry up and clog the nozzle. I mean, it doesn't take long. Okay, and then you just line this up on here, right? The other thing, of course, is this is art glitter glue. So, I mean, you've got like seconds before that stuff is not going to work with you anymore, right? Because I really needed to slide that down, and it ain't going anywhere. It's going nowhere. So I'm going to ink all my layers. I may leave some of them uninked just because, like I said, with the different layers being what they are, they don't have, the pocket doesn't have to have ink on it. I like getting opportunities to use my colored inks though, because I don't do it very often. When I'm done, I will look at, see how that overhangs? I will look at them and see if there's anything that needs trimming. So we're going to put this one on here. Now the back end of this obviously gets kind of bulky because you have, by the time you're done, you have glued 4 pieces of paper back there. So the back end of this gets kind of thick, but the front end of it's really thin. So, I don't know. I also suppose it will depend on, I would not advise, just because of that, I wouldn't advise using really thick paper for this. So, like, if you can help it, you know what, I'm not. When we're inking before we glue it down, what I should do is just ink the front edges. Oh, that does not mean I don't have to glue the back edge. I was getting ready to put my glue bottle down like I was done. Okay, and then we'll put this one on here. Oh, don't wipe all the glue off, Cindy. You know, there's a piece of me that wants to say that I didn't cut all these the same length because they're giving me issues now. I thought they were all 7 inches. Apparently, I was wrong. Okay. So that's our pocket, guys, and it goes 1, 2, 3, and then, of course, if you put it on the page, you can either put it, you could put it as, I would probably glue it down as a tuck. So side and bottom. And there you have it. And you've got, I love it. I think it's cute. Okay, so let's throw the rest of these pink ones together. And we'll see if we can't do some other colors. I know you guys are like, this is what you're doing. This would be the type of pocket that I don't know that I would do a lot of decorating on also. Only because, the steps for the pocket are really narrow. You're only talking about an inch of difference between the layers. So I don't necessarily know that I would decorate these. Because of that. All right, so we're just going to do, I'm just going to go real quick down the front. Anything that will be inaccessible once it's glued together. Okay. So has anybody, I keep saying it every video. I'm hoping you guys are getting a book and putting this together. The idea book. To me, this has been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do one of these for I don't know how long. And I finally got around to doing it. And, I don't know. What I really want to do one for is every once in a while I go on and I watch people do flip throughs of the journals that they've made. And I will look at that and I go, oh, that's a great idea for a page. So what I really want to do is take one of these and make like full page spread ideas. And when I say ideas, I don't mean like decorating ideas. I mean like pocket combinations, flip combinations. I come up with these ideas and I see these ideas and I'm like, oh, I need to remember that. So again, a great thing to have in a book would be like combining a certain pocket or a certain set of pockets with a flip up, or, a belly band with certain kinds of pockets on it, or, just anything like that that would give you a creative way to put stuff together. And then I do it, and I would have to go back and find the journal again, or go back and look at my video again, or whatever, to remember what I did. But if I put the page ideas, the combinations in a book, then same thought with just a simple pocket. You could go to this book and say, ooh, that would be a really great page layout for this. I really want to do that here. So I need to make these pieces to go on this page. Kind of an idea. I think that it would help me. I don't know if anybody else, maybe the rest of you think that I'm losing my mind. I don't know. It also may be because I'm relatively new at this, so I don't remember. They're not habit. They're not, I don't go to a page design in my head and say, oh, I want to do that. I remember doing that here. I want to do that. So I don't know if that comes with time or not. Okay, there's another one. All right, so these are all our pink ones. Or these are two of our pink ones, which I think turned out really cute. The other thing that you could do is when you cut your pieces, I have these pink ones together, so I don't know that I want to mix them up, but so I have those. If I cut my pieces, now remember I said basically what you're going to do, let's get our 4 green ones. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to cut a piece. And you can usually get one of each strip out of a full sheet, right? So I like them. This is a good width to me, so I may keep that 1/4 inch even though I'm not doing the fold over. So 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4 is going to be right here. So we need a 4 1/4 inch strip. And like I said, depending on whether you want to make these top load pockets or side load pockets, you can get, because this is 12 by 12 paper, I can cut this at 7 and I get a top load and I can turn it and use the 5 as a side load, right? So 1/4, 1, 2, 3, that's going to be my 3 1/4 inch spot. Okay, so we have our 3 1/4 inch piece. I'm going to have to move it so I don't cut my other ones. All right. Now, this is at a half, so that's 1, 2 1/4 right here. Okay, so that's my 2 1/4, and then I need 1 1/4, so that's going to cut off. I have a leftover inch of paper. Well, assuming it cuts right. Mine, it cut wonky. Okay, so that's 1 layer of green. Now, one of the thoughts would be I could take this one and I could take, say I want to add green leaves to this instead of pink ones. So this is a 7-inch piece. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut it at 7 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here. My itty bitty ruler. Okay. And there's a 5-inch piece, so I can make a top load one. And then we can take this and I can put a green layer in here. So we can have green leaves with our pink. And then our words. And then our dots. So you can put a green layer in there. And maybe I decide I want more than one color in there. Or, let's see, what else could I replace? Got some blue. I got a multicolor back here somewhere. Here's multicolored large polka dots or multicolored stripes. Can you guys see these over here? So I could take this and I could take my 1 1/4 inch strip. I could make it something else, right? Or the words, wherever you wanted to go with it. I was actually kind of hoping. Well, that's a multicolored piece. Do I not have... Sorry, guys. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 1 1/4 piece off of here. And we're going to make a decorative one. And I'm going to trust my ruler not to mess my thing up. Okay, so we want 1 1/4 inches, and this will have butterflies on it. Cute, right? Okay. Okay. And I'll set this over here because it's going to have the rest of its pieces cut. I'll put this in this pile for multicolored use. And we will take this and decide... Look, isn't that cute? Okay, so 7 inches... is going to be right here below these butterflies. So the little butterflies can go on a top load pocket, which is kind of cool because this one looks like he's flying up or something. So, all right, so let's clip this one and do a multicolored pocket. This is one of those things where I will probably take this entire stack of paper, cut it into pieces after I'm off camera, clip it, and make whatever combinations I can come up with of pockets and just have them sitting to use. What did I do with my... Okay. Just because I think these are kind of cool. You know what? I'm going to use the pink ink on the green page. And then I do have green ink, so we might use green on the pink page. Who knows? Just going to throw caution to the wind and have fun. Okay, so let's glue this one down. I thought maybe the back half of this pick a pocket video, sorry, pick a pocket. This is not a pick a project video. The back half of this idea project video, we passed 10 pockets, guys. This is pocket number 11. So I thought maybe, since this pocket is relatively quick and simple, and we've thrown 3 together, and you've kind of gotten an idea of how to cut the pages and what you can do with them. It's not like this is, you know, a tough one. So I thought we would pull out the old pocketbook, find out what still needs to be glued in, and kind of put some stuff together. See where it is. Because I have added pockets that we did in other videos. Where is my... Here, maybe we'll use this. Peeled paint. I'm pretty sure I've got a dauber for this. Pretty sure. Not positive, but... Ooh, maybe I don't. We're going to start a new pad for the... Ooh. Let's take this one. Try not to tear it. Put that in there. Put it back in my drawer. And we'll put this back up here. Get a new pad. I like having all my ink right here where I can get to it. And I have learned that you don't have to fill it. Even though it doesn't look like it has anything on it, it has stuff on it. See that? And it has a lot more than you'd think. It's making a mess. Okay. So let's glue this one down, messy as it is. All right, let's put this one down here. I made a mess with that ink. I mean, it's okay, but I just think it's funny. Okay, and then we're going to do this one, which I think I'll go back to pink for. And this is kind of, you know, decorative as far as decorating. Remember I said, I made the comment that decorating these would be hard because the layers are so narrow. And I'm one of those ones who is really finicky about decorating a pocket when I think the decoration is going to get in the way or hinder the pocket at all. So, you know, using the ink to decorate the edges in different colors kind of adds to the pocket. And then of course, whatever you stick in it is going to stick out and, you know, help decorate the page. So okay. And there we did kind of a multi-pocket. Oh, I need to, it's got glue coming out everywhere, and I did something with my rag. See, guys? Even when you're watching, I make things disappear. Could be a magician. Okay, so that's the ones we made, and I buried them, didn't I? Yep, right there, along with the glue pages I was looking for. Okay, so these are the ones we made. I'll probably just put one of the pink ones in the pocketbook. So let's look at, I'm going to put that up there, and that, you know, the one ink that I don't like to bury is Vintage Photo, because it's the one I use the most. Okay. So let's take our pockets. I'm going to put all of my strips that we cut so that you can see that amazing strip cutting method that I had, because, you know, it was out of this world amazing. And we're going to take pockets and put them in our pocketbook. Okay, so let me see where we are. Back here, I have added, so we did the wallet. I added a little house because I thought these were great, and they are a pocket, and I do want to keep them in mind. So I added a little house. I added one of these things where I took two envelopes and put them together and made them a, you know, so it could either be a sew-in, but because this is a book, I did it as a wraparound, and I made this side well, technically a double pocket, because the envelope's a pocket, and then behind it is a pocket. And then I put in one of these texture ones. I didn't decorate this one. Maybe I'll go back and decorate it later. I don't know. And then I put in one of the wraparound envelope pockets that we did. I glued it down on this side as a pocket, and then you open it, and it's a pocket. And then you flip it over here, and I made this side a flip out. Sort of. Not really sure what happened there. Anyway, it flips up, and here's one of those library pockets we made out of book page. So something slides in there. Something goes in here. Well, yes, something goes in there. Something goes in here. I made these really hard to get into. They're really hidden. Something goes in there. So you've got the big pocket back here. You've got the little pocket down here that we can hardly get into. And then you've got a pocket here. And then I glued this down as a tall pocket this way, I think. I can't tell because, oh, it's coming up right there. Anyway, it's an idea book. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is down as a pocket. I suppose I could get one of these to pocket. Pocket, pocket, pocket. Remember, we made this out of envelopes too, which is also why, I mean, you guys will recognize this stuff, but it's not. Okay, let's put some other pockets in my pocketbook. I was going to put this one here. I'm pretty sure, I was going to say I'm pretty sure it'll fit, but I might have to put it on a side page. Yeah. I'll have to put it on a, this is going to have to take a small pocket. So I'm going to put this in here. This is going to go down as a tuck. Okay. So I will glue it on, I think I'm going to use this only because I don't know what kind of glue I used on that other one back there, but it was coming up. So I don't want to take any chances. Oh, and I have one of these that usually I make them to sew in, but again, because this is an altered book and I can't sew it in, I'm just going to wrap it around a page. So it's going to go down as a pocket. This side will flip out because of the lizard, and this side will glue down, maybe as a tuck. a tuck with a pocket at the top. I wonder if I could, guys, you know how my punches have been acting up, right? I'm going to do this because it's my idea book, but something tells me this is the paper that it doesn't punch. And something told me correctly. Yeah, it's all torn up. I don't know. It's only on one side. It punches this side just fine. Okay, anyway. So this will go down in our book. Guys. All right, so let's add these in as pocket ideas so that we have them. It's going to go here. So this one is the one, is the alternate to the envelopes that we did for pocket number 10, I'm pretty sure. So you can either have the flap as a tuck, or if it doesn't have a flap anymore, you can use the envelope itself as a tuck. So you still get your tuck. So it goes like this. Let's get that out of the way. I really need my rag. These things that I amazingly make disappear, I need to knot. Okay, so that goes down as a tuck, right? And then this will go down on here as a pocket. And if you remember this one, this has a pocket at the bottom. So a pocket at the bottom, a pocket in the middle, and I think I made this one a pocket at the top. Yeah, this bottom one's kind of hard to get into, but it's a learning curve, guys. What can I tell you? And then, of course, this glues down as a big side tuck pocket or top tuck. I mean, if you want to do another pocket at the top, you can. I like the idea of it being a side tuck, so I'm going to put it in as a side tuck or a side pocket, side load pocket. I guess it's much more substantial than just a tuck. So down this, or across here and across here. Lay that down because I'm probably going to need it again. And we'll just put this in. Actually, I'm going to slide it all the way back into the seam of the spine. And we'll put that down, and then it is a pocket like this. Right? I like it. Now, one of the things I can do is you could glue. What I like about this idea book is what I've been doing is, oh no, I can't. This has to go, it either has to go on this side, which I can't do here, or it has to go, the tuck has to be on the top. Okay, so we can't do it on that page. But I can do it, what did I say? I can do it on this page if I plan ahead. So I think we'll put this in. Ooh, I just realized how wide that is. That's going to make a rough tuck. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is, because this is going to be how it gets held in the book, I always put a line of glue down the back. Even though most of the time the fold is what holds it, but the other side isn't getting glued down. So the fold isn't going to hold it this time. So we're going to go all the way to the bottom, and then I'm going to go across the bottom of the thing, and we're going to just make it a tuck, because otherwise it's going to be really tight. It's going to be really tight getting into there because of how close we are to this spine. Now, obviously, it's not necessarily going to be heavily used in this book, because again, this is an idea book, but I still like showing myself if I'm going to have this idea of having this in here, I want to show myself how it might glue in. And then you have a pocket in the top here. This flips out. I'm going to do it carefully because the glue on the other side is still wet. This flips out and you can put something under here like this, which is a caddy corner pocket. These are well, you can see this is a pocket. So you have a pocket, a little pocket here, a little pocket here, and then the whole thing glues down as either a tuck or a pocket, right? You could even, if you wanted to, you could even caddy corner it on the page, although these pages aren't really big enough. But because it's green and it goes really well, I'm going to put it here. And it's going to be again, it's going to be a corner lobe tuck. So the idea is in the book, but it's not. Not being used a lot. Because in an actual journal, I probably would not do this combination. Because most likely, if I was going to do this especially if I was going to do it as a side load pocket, most likely I would glue it to this side of the page. Okay, and then that's a tuck there, and that flaps over, and we're good. Let's go back. Where was I missing? I was missing here. So this is where we will put. I was doing really well with going in order, but as you can see, we did this one before we did this one. So as long as they're in here, I don't suppose it matters. Okay. And then this one, I'm going to glue it down as a probably as a tuck again. I like tucks. I like them because they're easy to get into. That's my biggest reason for liking them. This is my worn lipstick dauber. That is it's either a very neon pink. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. Where it comes out on the paper, it's like neon pink. I will say this, with these, if I make this a corner, like a tuck, and I decide later on I want to come back and glue the top of that shut, I can get to that one edge. Even if it's with just that little spout. So we're going to glue it like this. I got glue where I didn't want it. Okay, and then we're going to put it down right here. I'm getting into the book. It's starting to curve a lot since it's so full. So it makes it really hard to put anything to go past there. But that's okay. Like I said, just an idea book. Doesn't have to be a perfect version of whatever you're doing. And then that puts that in there, and my idea book is all caught up. Look at that, guys. I'm telling you, this book is probably going to end up coming apart, and I'm going to end up making a 3-ring binder out of it. I'm guessing that that's where this is headed, because I don't even have this half full. I still have over half of this book to do. And, I mean, like, way over half of this book. I might be a quarter of the way through, and we're already like this. It's going to bust this spine, and I get the feeling I'm going to end up taking this apart. We're going to be doing a project where you take apart a book and turn it into a 3-ring binder. Won't that be fun? All right, guys, there's our pockets. I hope you guys like this side tuck pocket and my little foray into my pocketbook here, and just to see how it's coming. And I will see you guys with the next pocket idea. Bye-bye.